Right, guys, I am going to try to run through the choice board that we're starting today. So everyone's going to be working on something different today. So it could be that you're finishing up NWEA testing, or it could be that you are finishing up your study questions for Red Kayak, or you're on the bridge lit pack. However, if you are done with all of those things, we have this choice board activity for you to do. And this is an opportunity for you to look at one of your weaker areas for your proficiency scales and to pick an activity that will help you increase your score or show growth. But that only happens if you actually take the time and try to do a good job following what the proficiency scale says. So I can't stress enough not to just quickly rush through an assignment and turn it in. It's not that kind of assignment. You are trying to take advantage of an opportunity to show growth. So from our home page, we'll click on this week's module. And then I have this choice board for Red Kayak or on the bridge. And when you open it up, it's going to look slightly different because this video will be in there. But right now I have to actually record the video before I can put the video in. So the Red Kayak choice board looks like this. And you have all of these different opportunities to demonstrate growth. You must do at least one of these. Everyone has to do at least one. It's not optional whether you do this assignment or not. It's just optional which one you do. So there's a couple different ones to look at. Let's first look at the hyperbole challenge, which is this one. We talked about hyperbole, but we didn't actually find any in the book. However, there's like a million of them in there. So you can see how many you can find in there, quote them in word for word format. You can do this as a Google Doc. You can do this as a Google slide. You can handwrite it on a piece of paper. Okay, it is your choice. Front cover challenge. We have our front cover of Red Kayak, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's a good representation. But if you were to redesign a new cover, what would you make it look like? So you, of course, are going to have to actually draw a new cover and color it. And then you need to explain using at least 3 details in word for word format why your book cover design works. You can do a research challenge, which is this one right here. You can research what the current crabbing rules and regulations are for the state of Maryland. When we talked about it, we talked about what they were when the book was written in 2004. Well, it is a great deal of time later, so have those changed? What's the update on that? This would be best done in a Google slide presentation. Butterfly garden challenge. I used to love doing this challenge. It was like a class challenge, and I would give each student a section of board, each class, and using evidence from the text, you would design a butterfly garden. And in the text, Brady and his mom are discussing different things to include in a butterfly garden to attract the most butterflies. So you would design one on a piece of paper. I think I had a picture of, not that, nope, I don't have a picture. Okay, of what that looks like. Oh, here. So this is like an architect kind of look, or you could be more detailed with it to make it look like that. But most importantly, you need to remember to include evidence from the text that supports what you are including in your garden. News story. You could write a news story on the results of the court case for Digger and JT. We didn't get to see a news story, but we heard they write them all the time in the text. So you would use specific details from the text to help you. An argument challenge. Some of you feel that the punishment for JT and Digger was either fair or unfair. So whichever way you feel about that, here's your opportunity to write an argument, make sure it's very detailed, choose a stance, and you need to provide 3 logical and legal reasons to support your claim. Okay, this isn't like a short paragraph thing. You're going to have to put a little effort into it. Point of view challenge. I really hope somebody does this one. You can write about Ben's rescue from Tilly the dog's point of view. So from the time Tilly is getting ready to get in the boat until they rescue Ben. From the dog's point of view, how is this going? So you are going to literally pretend you are Tilly, and you are going to say what is happening during this rescue. And this is to be as detailed as possible. You can also include evidence from the text that would help you. Or if you can come up with a really good challenge and let me know which proficiency scales that works for, do it. Now, if you've read Red Kayak, this is an option for you. Okay, if you weren't here, you're new this semester, none of these are an option for you. But I did create an on the bridge choice board. So anyone can do this one that's read on the bridge. So if you're done with Red Kayak and you want to take a break, you are more than welcome to do one of these choice board activities for on the bridge as well. So same thing, you need to pick at least one of these. So there's a point of view challenge. When we are reading on the bridge, we know the thoughts and feelings of Seth, but we don't really know the thoughts and feelings of Adam. So this is an opportunity for you to do a point of view challenge. So write about what happened that day on the bridge from Adam's point of view. So you would write it in first person, give us lots of details, make sure you refer to the story. You can do a figurative language challenge. You were looking for your schmoof, which would be your similes, metaphors, oxymorons, onomatopoeia, personification, and hyperboles. So you would look for examples of that in the story, and you would put it in word for word format, of course, and that would be great as a Google Doc, or you could also do a Google Slide. Again, design a book cover. I know it's a short story, but we still put short stories in book covers. So you could create a book cover for this. Again, you would be supporting your reasoning and design using evidence from the text in word for word format. Research the I-75 bridge incident. If you're unaware of this, we did briefly talk about it in class, and there was a recent update on the news just last week. On October 18th, 2017, 5 mid-Michigan teenagers were involved in a case where a rock was thrown from an overpass and caused the death of a 32-year-old man. So you can do the research on that. Give us the 5 W's, the who, what, when, where, why, and then you can update us as well. This would probably be best as a Google Slide presentation. Okay, now coming back to this, I will be putting an option on here for you. If you're doing an electronic format such as a Google Doc or Google Slide, you will be able to submit it under choice board submission. If you are not doing that, if you're doing some kind of hard copy, a drawing or whatever, that you would have to turn in directly to me. So these are your options. I'm trying to explain it as quickly as possible. Of course, if you have any questions, please, please, please ask, especially if you're at home for the next week or two, because I want to make sure everyone understands what they need to do. Okay, have fun with it. Look at your growth tracker, see where you could grow, show growth, and I would pick one of those options. Just make sure your full effort is into it. Don't just quickly, it's not a box to check off. This is not what this is. Okay, this is for you to show growth in an area that you are a little bit lower on the scale with. Hint, everyone's a little low on word study because we've only done one activity with that. Okay, so that might be an option. You might want to pick one of those. All right. May the odds be ever in your favor or something like that. I can't remember the exact lines. Oh no, I messed it up. What kind of English teacher am I? Have a great day.